Seniors, listen up, there's a hidden danger in your food that you won't find on any label. It's not sugar. It's not seed oils. And no, it's not even high fructose corn syrup. It's something far worse, a silent chemical byproduct created during cooking, one that's been linked to cancer, brain damage, and even reproductive problems. This invisible toxin hides in everyday foods like French fries, chips, cookies, bread crusts, even your morning coffee. If you're over 60, this is especially urgent. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to toxins and less efficient at getting rid of them. In this video, I'm going to expose the #1 most dangerous ingredient hiding in processed foods. You'll learn how it forms, why it's so harmful, and, most importantly, how you can protect yourself and your loved ones from its effects. Stick with me, this knowledge could truly save your life. What is this hidden ingredient? Now, let's talk about this hidden ingredient that's quietly putting your health at risk, especially if you're over 60. It's called acrylamide. Now, don't worry if you've never seen it on a food label, that's the scary part. Acrylamide isn't something food companies add to your meals on purpose. Instead, it's a chemical byproduct that forms when certain foods are cooked at high temperatures, particularly above 285 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius. Here's how it works. When certain refined sugars mix with amino acids, specifically one called asparagine, and are exposed to high heat during baking, frying, or roasting, this toxic compound forms. So yes, every time you eat that golden brown toast or crispy French fry, there's a chance you're consuming acrylamide without even knowing it. But what makes it truly alarming is how it's been classified. Both the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, and the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, have labeled acrylamide as a Class A carcinogen, which means it's a probable cause of cancer in humans. And it doesn't stop there. Acrylamide is also a potent neurotoxin. It's been shown to harm the brain and nervous system, and even disrupt reproductive health in laboratory studies. So while we worry about sugar and salt, there's something even more dangerous forming in our everyday meals, and we don't even see it coming. For older adults, whose bodies may already be dealing with inflammation or other chronic conditions, this silent threat can be even more damaging. That's why it's so important to understand where acrylamide comes from and what you can do to avoid it. How is acrylamide created? So, how exactly does acrylamide end up in your food? The answer lies in a chemical reaction called the Maillard reaction, and while that may sound complicated, don't worry. I'll keep it simple and easy to understand. The Maillard reaction happens when food is cooked at high heat, especially when refined sugars like glucose, dextrose, or corn syrup come into contact with an amino acid called asparagine. This amino acid is naturally found in many common grains, like wheat, corn, rice, and soy, which means it's already present in many foods we eat every day. When those refined sugars and asparagine are heated, through frying, baking, or roasting, they react and create acrylamide. That's why you won't see it listed on an ingredient label. It's not added to your food, it's formed during the cooking process. But here's the more frightening part. If that acrylamide continues to be exposed to heat long enough, it can transform into an even more toxic compound called glucidomide. And research shows that glucidomide may pose an even greater cancer risk than acrylamide itself. This means the more processed and heat-treated the food, the more likely it is to contain higher levels of these harmful byproducts. Think of foods that are golden brown, crispy, or baked to perfection. They might look and taste great, but they could be hiding this invisible danger. So, while it's easy to be tempted by crunchy snacks or golden toast, it's important to understand what's going on behind the scenes, because these reactions are happening in real time, right in your kitchen or at your favorite restaurant. Common foods loaded with acrylamide. Now that we understand how acrylamide is formed, Let's talk about where it's most commonly found, and this part might surprise you. Acrylamide is hiding in a lot of everyday foods, especially those we tend to reach for out of comfort or convenience. And unfortunately, many of these are staples in the average senior's diet. Let's start with one of the biggest offenders, French fries. That crispy, golden outside? It's a red flag for acrylamide formation. The same goes for potato chips. They may be tasty and easy to snack on, but they're often fried in unhealthy oils at extremely high temperatures, creating the perfect environment for acrylamide to form. Then there are crackers, cookies, and breakfast cereals, processed, toasted, and packed with refined starches and sugars. These are often marketed as light or convenient, but they're loaded with acrylamide, especially if they have a golden or brown color. Baked goods like muffins, cakes, and biscuits are also major contributors. Even the crust on your toast or bread, something as simple as that, can carry a dose of this harmful compound. And yes, even your beloved morning cup of coffee can be a source. Roasted coffee beans, particularly light roasts, tend to contain higher levels of acrylamide. The truth is, many of these foods are comfort foods for seniors. They're familiar, easy to prepare, and often enjoyed with fond memories. But beneath the surface, they're quietly contributing to inflammation, oxidative stress, and increased cancer risk. If these foods are part of your regular routine, it's time to pay attention. You don't have to give them all up, but knowing where acrylamide hides is the first step to protecting your health. What makes it worse? Let's take things a step further, because as bad as acrylamide is on its own, there are certain ingredients and cooking methods that make the problem even worse. One of the biggest culprits? Seed oils. Think about those crispy French fries or crunchy potato chips. They're not just high in acrylamide because of the heat, they're also usually fried in vegetable oils like canola, soybean, or sunflower oil. When these oils are heated at high temperatures, they don't just contribute to acrylamide formation, they also oxidize, creating harmful free radicals that promote inflammation and damage your cells from the inside out. Now combine that with processed starches and refined sugars, which are everywhere in ultra-processed foods, from crackers and cookies to cereals and snack bars. These ingredients are the perfect fuel for the formation of acrylamide when cooked or baked. They set the stage for a chemical reaction that produces not just acrylamide, but potentially even more toxic byproducts like glucidomide. And here's where it becomes especially dangerous for seniors. As we age, our detox systems slow down. The liver and kidneys don't function as efficiently, and the body's ability to fight off toxins and repair damage becomes weaker. So even small amounts of these harmful compounds can have a greater impact on an older body than they would on someone younger. In short, it's not just the food, it's how it's made and what it's made with. The combination of high heat, seed oils, refined sugars, and processed starches creates a toxic storm inside your body, one that builds up over time and increases your risk of serious health problems. What makes it better? Now for some good news. You're not powerless against acrylamide. In fact, with just a few smart changes in the kitchen, you can dramatically reduce your exposure and protect your health. Let's start with the type of fat you cook with. Most restaurants and packaged foods today use vegetable oils, but back in the day, places like McDonald's used to fry their foods in beef tallow, a saturated fat. Believe it or not, using saturated fats like tallow, coconut oil, or even butter can actually help prevent the formation of acrylamide during cooking. These fats are more stable under heat and don't trigger the same harmful reactions. Next, take a closer look at the sugars you use. Refined sugars like corn syrup and dextrose are the main players in acrylamide formation. But natural sugars, such as honey or sugarcane juice, don't create that same toxic byproduct when heated. So if you're baking at home, opt for more natural options. Another powerful tip: cook low and slow. Acrylamide starts forming around 285 degrees Fahrenheit, so if you use a slow cooker, boiling, or even steaming, you'll be well below that danger zone. Avoid frying, broiling, or over-toasting your food whenever possible. And perhaps most importantly, choose whole, unprocessed foods. The more refined the food, the more likely it is to create harmful compounds. Whole foods are easier on your digestion and naturally free of the chemical traps found in processed items. These small changes can go a long way, especially for seniors. Your body may be more sensitive, but it's also resilient when given the right support. Coming up, I'll show you how to neutralize acrylamide if you've already consumed it. How to protect yourself if you eat it. So, what if you've already eaten foods that contain acrylamide? Don't worry, it happens to all of us. The good news is, nature provides some powerful tools to help your body detox and protect itself from the damage. Let's start with one of the most effective defenses, cruciferous vegetables. These include kale, broccoli, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. They're rich in natural compounds like sulforaphane, which support your liver's detox pathways and help flush out harmful toxins like acrylamide. Adding a few servings of these veggies to your weekly meals can make a big difference. Next up, garlic and sprouts, especially broccoli sprouts. These tiny greens may look simple, but they're packed with cancer-fighting compounds that can block the cellular damage caused by acrylamide and other carcinogens. You'll also want to boost your intake of vitamin C-rich foods. Think lemons, limes, bell peppers, and even sauerkraut. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that helps neutralize free radicals and reduce inflammation in the body. Another smart choice? Green tea. It contains polyphenol that protect your cells from oxidative stress and help counteract the damage done by environmental toxins, including acrylamide. Swap your afternoon soda or coffee with a soothing cup of green tea. It's a small change with big benefits. And don't forget about spirulina. This blue-green algae is often called a detox superfood because it binds to toxins in the body and helps remove them through natural elimination. It's available in powder or capsule form, and just a little goes a long way. While avoiding acrylamide is the goal, these foods can act as your natural shield, helping your body stay strong, resilient, and protected, especially as you age. Final warnings for seniors. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with an important message, especially if you're over 60. As we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at detoxifying harmful substances. The liver and kidneys slow down, inflammation tends to increase, and the ability to repair cellular damage isn't as strong as it once was. That means harmful compounds like acrylamide can have a much greater impact on seniors than on younger people. On top of that, many seniors tend to lean more on convenience foods, things that are easy to prepare, store, and eat. Unfortunately, these are often ultra-processed foods, which are the biggest sources of acrylamide and other hidden toxins. From boxed cereals to crackers, ready-made meals, and fast food, these items are convenient, but they come with a cost. And that cost is real. Cancer is now the second leading cause of death worldwide, and acrylamide has been identified as a probable contributor. What's even more concerning is that over 50% of an average adult's diet is made up of ultra-processed foods. That number jumps to 67% in teenagers, and even toddlers get around 45% of their calories from processed sources. This isn't just a personal health issue, it's a public health crisis. But it's one that we can push back against, starting with awareness and small changes. If you're someone who values your health and longevity, now is the time to rethink what's on your plate. It's never too late to make better choices, and even small shifts, like avoiding fried foods, cooking with better oils, and eating more whole foods, can make a life-changing difference. Let's quickly recap what matters most. Acrylamide is a serious and silent threat, especially for those of us over 60. It forms during high-heat cooking and hides in many of the foods we eat every day, yet it's linked to cancer, brain damage, and more. But the goal isn't to eliminate every single food, it's about being informed. Knowing where acrylamide hides gives you the power to make smarter choices. Replace seed oils with healthier fats, avoid refined sugars, cook at lower temperatures, and add protective, whole foods to your meals. These small changes can truly protect your health as you age. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you care about, it might just save their life. And don't forget to subscribe for more health tips that matter. Stay informed, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.